Hi, Nathan. I was just looking at the fire to see whether it needed me to put the coal on yet, but it doesn't, not quite. Well, it's bonfire now. How are your animals doing? Ours aren't here, so it's fortunate, really, because some twits, really got some noisy bangers. So I'm hoping it's going to go quiet very soon. I don't know how your dogs are doing, and your cat, but I'm glad ours are not here. Oh dear. Hi, so what's knitting? Hello there. Hello. Oh, good evening, Connie. How am I? Well, still got a headache from my neck, but apart from that, I'm fine. It has been raining, Esther. I've not been out. I've lit the fire. I'm just keeping my eye on it because I don't want it to. Oh, it seems okay at the present moment. I look at it and it looks fine, and then I take my eyes off it, and then it goes out. Yeah. Yeah, it's Guy Fawkes Day, Rob. No, Rick. Sorry, Rick. And there's a lot of bangs, noises, tweets, carrying on, whatever going on. Hi, June. Yeah, I'm just starting a hexagon. Just starting a hexagon cardigan. You've got a co-walker call, Rob. I'm getting my Robs and my Ricks mixed up here. Hi, Denise. Yeah, I'm just working out now where I put my six squares. Now they're saying a Backstreet Boys passed away, but it's actually one of the Backstreet Boys' brother that's passed away. They never get the facts right, do they? Well, I've got to work out now where my 6 bits go. I'm always a bit dubious when it comes to starting things. Once you get it started, you're fine. You can just go round and round and round. But when you're starting it off, you're thinking, where do the squares go? Where do the squares go? And I don't know how many's in the middle. Can't remember. Can't remember. I'm sure it'll come back to me. Hi, Chris. I'm trying to remember how to start a hexagon jacket off. I'm not doing very well. I think I remember, but then I don't know. I'll try it, what I think it is, and then if it's not right, I can always unpull it. Yeah, Aaron Carter's passed away. It's not one of the Backstreet Boys, though, is it? It's his brother, isn't it? That's in the Backstreet Boys. Nick Carter, I think. Am I being cynical and saying it's probably drugs? But, that's the lifestyle they lead, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know why they all find that they have to take lots of drugs, but he did music as well, yeah, but he wasn't actually in the Backstreet Boys, was he? I'm just trying to work out whether I'm doing this right. I've got a feeling I'm not. I'm feeling I'm going to get too many corners here and not enough middles. But let's have a look. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I think I'm right. If you don't get it right when you start off, you go wrong, don't you? Which is quite blooming obvious, yeah. I was supposed to be doing things for the craft fair, as you know, but I decided I've got so much stuff anyway that I got a bit disheartened about making anything else, yeah. And of course, I had to find that dratted blooming rosy wrap, didn't I? Which Miguel had to put a comment on. Why don't you wear it? No. That is never seeing the light of my head ever again. It's about as much likelihood as Miguel wearing pom-poms. And you know how much he hates pom-poms. So how's everybody else? A midterm election call. I did not. I hated that rosy wrap. Everybody else looks good in them, but I looked just, oh, it was awful. I mean, everybody had hysterics. They just thought it was the funniest thing ever. So, there's no way I'm going to wear it in public and look like a complete and utter idiot. No. I just don't suit headbands. Yeah. A candidate for the state register. Oh, I don't take any notice of my own elections, and I certainly don't know what's going on in America. Except that twerp said he's going to stand again, didn't he? The orange face thing, yeah. As if anybody be daft enough to bloody well vote for him again. Well, I had my flu jab Friday. I went to get my prescription and got flu jabbed. I didn't go for the flu jab, but I got flu jabbed. So far, no effect. I never do usually. Never have any effect with any injection. You said about your COVID? I said, no, thank you. Don't think I want that one. Hi, Zach. Oh, you're usually a lurker. Well, we don't mind a lurker, do we? We don't mind, as long as you're lurking in a nice way. Have I got 6 doodads? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I have. I did remember it right. I just can't remember how many chains supposed to be in the centre. Yeah. No, I don't want me COVID. It would be my 4th one. And seeing as how I've just about shook off the cough I got from the last COVID booster, the lady at the chemist was trying to convince me, and I said, no, I think I'll leave it. Yeah. I'll leave it for now. She's going, oh, well, it's this and it's that and it's the other. I said, I don't care. I said, I think I'll just take my chances. I've had 3 jabs. I don't want a 4th one. Thank you. You're working on a scarf, but you're frustrated because you're having to. Oh, I'm a queen of frogging. I don't call it frogging, though. I call it unraveling. I'm the queen. I've got 8 things anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6. Sorry, yeah. She's had 7. Oh my God, no! I've had 3. It's not all pastel though. You know me and pastel. Pastel is not me, Chris, at all. No. No, not me at all. I had mine done at the chemist, yeah. Hi, Susan. Hi. I'm crocheting one of them hexagon things, like Val's doing. Yeah, hi, Patricia. Is what I am doing. I should be doing things for the craft fair, but like I say, I've got lack of inspiration. My friend's doing some lovely Christmas decorations and that. She's happily doing those, so I thought, well, I'll leave her to it. I never sell much at a craft fair anyway. You've been crocheting angel wings. Have you crocheted a pair for you and Mona? I think we could all do with a pair. Don't you think we could all do with a pair of crochet wings? No, have you seen the videos of what I've been doing? And I haven't even shown you. Oh, the bedevil wings. Is that for me or for Mona? We're all right. She doesn't listen. After looking, I haven't even finished doing my videos of what's been in the craft shed. I didn't realise I had so much stuff. I've actually reopened my Etsy shop. So it's Urban Gypsy Crochet. I was going to say I'll put a link down below, but I can't. I've already written everything out. Never mind. Oh, it's for both of us, right? Okay. As long as Mona enjoyed her holiday, that's fine. Oh dear. I've got that neck headache. Hiya, Munchkin. I've been trying to find a chiropractor or an osteopath or whatever, and there is absolutely none anywhere near me. I asked at the chemist, and she said, "Oh, well, Fleetwood's a deprived area, so you'd have to pay to go to see a chiropractor." I went, "Yeah, I know, it's never been free." She goes, "Oh, well, with it being a deprived area, nobody's got the money." Oh, right, yo. I've got piles of the blooming stuff, Susan. You are welcome to come and have a rummage. There's nobody here at the moment except us chickens, yeah. No dogs, no anybody, no nothing. It's great. Yeah. Just let me know if you're coming, then I make sure I'm up. I like my bed too much these days. Hi, Nana Michelle. Squirrel raid. Hey, squirrel raid. Oh, dear. Yeah, I've got boxes of the flipping stuff. You know, I keep thinking, oh, there's not some more, is there? There's not some more. This is why I'm stopping crocheting. It's just kind of put me off with crocheting, if you know what I mean. I'm like, why am I keep doing all of this when there's no, nobody's interested? Why am I doing all this? I have sold a baby cardigan anyway, so I have done something. So, maybe all not in vain. So I decided I'd start crocheting something for myself. Not that I've not got any cardigans, you know what I mean? My wardrobe is like, don't put any more cardigans in here, please. You know, I'm having trouble shutting the door. I put another cardigan in, and the door's gone. And then I was wearing a dress the other day and I thought, do you know, I haven't got a bright pink cardigan. I haven't got one. I'm going, stop it. Stop it. Oh, this one, yeah. I don't know what it was done in. People are going to ask me what pattern it was. They always do. It was one of mine in there. And I've no idea what the wool was. None at all, yeah. I make a video and that's all anybody ever asks me. What's the pattern for the one you're wearing? Don't know. Made it up. What's the wool? What you're wearing? Don't know. Bought it years ago. I'm not organised. I don't keep notes. Like some are really organised, aren't they? And they write everything down, how much yarn it took, what pattern they used, what the wool was. No, brain dead here, just crochets and forgets, yeah. Hi, Magali. So when it comes to time for people to ask me, I haven't got a clue. And I'm sure people think I'm being awkward, but I've got to the age where I forget everything. Parts of my life I wish I could forget, but that's another story, yeah. I've gone back to blonde. I couldn't stand the dark roots. I was feeling very depressed today, and I thought, oh, the Poplar guy is live if anybody wants to desert me and go to see Daniel. Hi, Donna. So I was feeling, I've had a headache for about a week now, as I told you, from my neck. So I was feeling a little depressed, and I was feeling depressed at all the crocheting stuff I've got already. So I thought, get the hair dye out. I am not going grey gracefully. I am not. Hi, Diana. Hi, Samantha. I'm sorry, I'm just not ready to go grey gracefully. Yeah, it's natural baby blonde, it's supposed to be. Woohoo! Every time I dye it, it's a different flipping colour. I just grab a box and think, oh, that looks a nice colour. I've got no consistency. Oh, you're crocheting, right? Well, let me know if you want to call round, Susan, because the family's not here. So I'm all on my Yonio. All on my Jack Jones, so there's no dogs to bite you. Yeah. Well, it's Bonfire Night here, and it's like boom, boom, bang, a bang, boom. Every year, the bangers get louder. You're waiting for the purple hair? No, I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready. I'm just not. I know I'm a wimp. But if I do it purple, it just would have to kind of grow out. And that's what I don't like, you know. Or when it fades to lilac and I look like Mrs. Slocum from Are You Being Served, you know. No. Now, if Ephraim lived near, I'd let Ephraim do my hair. You know, but of course, obviously, I'm not going to America just for Ephraim to do my hair. So, and I don't trust the hairdressers round here, yeah. You're doing a pile of square motifs, yeah. I've got so many oddments now, you know, I need to do some squares. I was actually thinking of making some like granny square bags and stuff, you know, stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes. I bought some like canvas bags I was going to use for linings because I'm no good at sewing. So I thought, well, if I buy the bags, they can do as a liner, can't they? Because I'm not, as you know, I took the zip out of my fleece because Trixie had chewed one of the teeth. And I took it all out, did all the hard work, pinned it all in. And now it wants sewing in. So my sewing machine's right at the back of the shed. And I haven't found it yet. I might ask my son if he'll lift it out and bring it into the conservatory while I do some sewing. Because I'm sure I'm shrinking. All the dresses that I wore like last summer, they're all too long this summer. I think I've shrunk. Yeah. You found it on YouTube. It has a circle and an outer square. The circle has 12 points. Well, it sounds nice. I keep thinking I'm going to do a different pattern than just the granny square. You know, do one that's maybe got like a flower centre or something, makes it a little bit different than just doing a bog standard granny square. I mean, when I did that throw, I wasn't in the mood for faffing about. I just did an ordinary granny squares. And it's now fished up on my recliner because the sofas that it was on have gone upstairs. So the throw didn't go with it, yeah. And I don't really like it because it's all pastel shades. Everybody else likes it, but I'm not a pastel shade person. You might think so because I'm crocheting this, but this is the centre and it's going to go darker. Yeah. Oh, they're sweet, aren't they? I did make some actually last year. They're in the Christmas ornament. Not like that. I just made little sweaters. They're in the Christmas ornament box though, which is upstairs someplace. Yeah. So I know I might make a couple of them to see whether they'll do on our stall. You know, it's only like a fortnight now, isn't it, to when we do the craft fair? Yeah, it's not next Saturday, it's the Saturday after. But I will be back in time to do my live because it's 10 till 4, yeah. So I will be back in time for a live, yeah. You're not having a Christmas tree this year, Chris? Yeah. I wonder how Shad's getting on in his new tiny house. Yeah. If he's managed to get everything put away and took his crocheting supplies with him as well. I don't think I could fit in a tiny house. Let me look at my fire. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me look at my fire. It's looking a bit... It's not looking very sparkly. I don't want it to go out after I've took ages trying to light the flipping thing. Hang on a moment. Ooh. Oh, it's still going. I'll put some coal on. Oh dear. Just putting a bit of coal on my fire. It was in danger of drooping. I won't be a moment. I should have lit it earlier, and then I wouldn't have all this bother. My son's the chief firelighter here. But of course he's not here, so I've got to do it myself now. But that should sort it now. Oh, hey, oh, hello. Oh. Your kitchen's the size of a galley, honestly. My kitchen, our kitchen is huge. Oh, the big telly. I've had that ages. They got it for me when I couldn't see, when I had the cataracts. I couldn't see a thing here. It's not very fall light though, because it's very flimsy, which is why I need the fire lit. It's a summer dress, really. Fall colours maybe, but summer dress. I should be putting them away, actually. That's something I meant to do this week while I'm on my own, but I got sidetracked into tidying out the shed, which I thought was a bit more important because I commandeered the conservatory, which I can't really do when they're here. Well, I suppose I could. I mean, I own as much of the house as they do, but, you know, I do make rather a mess when I start bringing everything in. There's boxes and crockery all over the conservatory now. It looks a right tip. But, you know, hey ho, I've got another week, I think, before they come back. So I need some more hand cream. That hand cream's running out. Oh, don't you hate it when you get to the end of the tube and it? Tell you what I'll do, I'll cut the top off. Do you ever do that? Cut the top off so you can put your finger in and get some more when it gets to the end of your hand cream. I have got some Cornhuskers stuff, but I don't know where it is. I've definitely got some. I got some sent to me from America. So I don't quite know where I put it, but it's around. It's here somewhere. I brought it, but where it is, I still haven't found everything. But some things have gone adrift, really have gone adrift. Now this was just some, well, I don't know because I've cut the top off it now. Oh dear. I don't know what it was. Oh, Ghost it was called, Ghost. But don't you ever cut the top off things like that when it gets to the end? Because you can get another load out of it when when you can't squeeze it out anymore. Yeah, I got a bottle of that Cornhuskers stuff, but I don't know where it is. You just reminded me now, Chris. I need to find it. No idea. Yeah, there's a lot left in. A friend of mine posted on Facebook and he was laughing at his mother because she'd done the same thing with her hand cream. And he goes, oh, God, he said, my mother's so tight, He said she's cut the top off. And I went, well, I thought everybody did. Yeah, when you get to the toothpaste, yeah. There's always loads left in, isn't there? You can't waste not one. Oh. Hello, Granny D. Oh, no, my hands are sticky now. Oh, look at that. My face is free. It's like the face that they always put on my YouTubes. You know, they always freeze my YouTube videos like, yeah. Well, if you find any Spring the Fiber Enthusiast, hello. Have you changed your name, or is that your name, Spring the Fiber Enthusiast? Everybody seems to know everybody, and I never do. I'm like, who's that? And everybody's going, oh, hello, such a body, hello, so. Why am I freezing? Am I freezing to anybody else, or just freezing to myself? Hi, Nellie Michelle. I'm not sure who you've missed. Oh dear. Does yours keep freezing? Mine's freezing as well. Oh gosh, my fingers are sticky. And the wool's fluffy. It's not helping, is it? Yeah, my screen keeps freezing in the most awful expression, so I hope it's not doing the same for you. If so, I do apologise. It's getting colder, you're right there. Yeah, I have to light the fire. I've had the heating on, don't tell anybody, but I've had the heating on today. We're trying to do without the central heating as much as possible. Am I still frozen? Oh my goodness me. Sorry about that, people. Yeah. I mean, they put the heating, the bills up, don't they, just when it's going to go colder. I noticed they didn't put the bills up in the summer, did they, when we weren't using it? They put the bills up in the winter when we are. They're not daft, are they? Oh gosh, the bangers are louder than ever this year. It's a wonder you can't hear them. Boom, boom, bang. It's snowing. Oh goodness, don't say that. Mind you, we don't get snow here, touching wood, because we're too near the sea, and apparently the sea stops everything from freezing. Um, there was about an eighth of an inch of snow last year, and everybody was going potty, going, snow, snow. You know, they were all so excited last year because we actually about a quarter of an inch of snow. Didn't last, it just melted. It's because of the salt from the ocean, that's why it is. It just, I don't know what. Our bill, I've just paid £80 for some logs, and I paid about £40 for some coal and some um, like log splinter things. So I'm hoping that lasts me longer than a couple of weeks or a month. I've just got the bill for my new scooter. It's going to be £40 a month more than the other one was. So that's another thing. That's like £10 a week missing. Everything goes up, doesn't it? I wasn't expecting £40 a week, a month more though. I must confess. You know, it's no wonder people are freezing to death, is it? I mean, my food bill for the week was a fraction bill, and I'm trying not to use like the oven and things like that. You just you're just frightened every week of putting anything on. You're thinking, oh my god, is that how much it's going to cost? Yeah. Through the roof's right there, Michelle. Munchkin Heaven. It was the same where I lived in Mountside. We had the chimney breast took out many, many years ago. And I wanted to put a chimney breast back in, and the quote was ridiculous. Because I didn't have an outside wall. If I'd have had an outside wall, I could have had a chimney put like out and through, but I didn't have one, yeah. I dread to think what ours is about 300 a month, I think, Chris. Our gas and electric bill, about 300. It's going up. That's why we're not trying to put it on. Yeah. That's how much it's costing in the UK to put your heating on. It's ridiculous. I think they said it was going up. Oh, hello there, Trev. Hi. I hope you're warm and cozy and you're not on your boat. All right, Granny D. Sorry about that. Mine keeps freezing, so. Oh gosh, I got rid of a load of clutter, but I find I've got a load of blooming crochet clutter now. Crochet garments I've got to get rid of. I've opened up my Etsy shop, by the way, in case anybody's interested. Nobody is, but I'm just telling you anyway. Doing my best. I'm doing my best, Trev. I've opened up my Etsy again, even though they're charging me a fortune in commission. You know what they said to me? I've only got UK postage. I've just put on if anybody wants anything in another country, they have to get in touch with me for postage costs. I get a message from Etsy saying your postal costs are too high. I'm like, I'm only quoting UK, yeah, not quoting the rest of the world. If anybody's buying anything for $35 or above in America, they expect free postage. I thought, oh, what would they get for $35? A hat? Yeah. I thought, cheeky monkeys. Was that cheeky or what? Sending me a message saying your postage costs are too high. Huh. Excuse me. Are my postal costs? I'm the one who goes to the post office. I'm the one who knows how much it costs to post things, so give over. Anybody in America expects free postage? Huh. Do they really? If you're buying something for $35, do you expect free postage? I'm afraid we don't in the UK. We pay postage because we know how much it costs. Oh, I thought that was rather cheeky of them. I felt like writing back saying, how dare you? How dare you insinuate my postage costs are too high? Yeah. I mean, to post my little finger to the US would cost me 20 quid. You know what I mean? The postage costs for anywhere, like you say, to another country. No, exactly. And I'm sure most people in America know the cost of postage from another country. Yeah. Oh, gosh, talk about it in England, Diana. If I was to post my little finger to America, it would cost 20 quid. I mean, you do have those boxes, don't you, that go to a certain places for so much. We don't have anything like that over here. Everything's weighed in England. And you pay for the weight. And then, of course, if it's going to America, you've got to fill in all the. Well, I don't know, but I mean, I watch the Canadian crotcheter, and she's always saying how high the postage is in Canada. I haven't posted anything to America or anywhere else for ages, but I know it's going to be a lot worse than it used to be. It used to be bad enough. That's why I don't do giveaways or anything like that. Because everybody who enters my giveaways were always in America and I can't afford it. Yeah. You can't afford to give anything away these days because you can't afford to post it to people. If I did a giveaway, I'd be saying it's free postage if you live in the UK, but if you win it and you're in the US, you'll have to pay your own postage. Oh dear. I don't even enter any giveaways anymore, especially any that's in America, because I wouldn't expect anybody to post things to me from America anymore. People just don't have the money these days. Everybody's on a budget. You know, unless you're lucky enough to have a fantastic job with loads of money, which not many people do, let's face it, these days, yeah? Yeah, I mean, when you used to have to call people by the phone, oh, my phone bill used to be horrendous. I mean, now I just, call up like, you call through Facebook or something, don't you know? You're watching Jaws backwards. That's what. Do you know? I must be the only person in the world who's never watched Jaws. I've never watched Jaws, and I've never watched any of the Harry Potter films. And everybody's going, you are. You've never watched Harry Potter." And I'm like, "No, no. I live right next to a school that looks like it should belong to, is it Hogwarts or whatever?" I said to my niece when she came, I said, "Just look at that school. What does it remind you of?" And she went, "Harry Potter." I went, "Yeah, you can imagine Harry Potter going to school there." It's really, really old-fashioned looking. Our postage is going up as well. And they're saying that we won't be able to use the stamps that we've got anymore. I don't know what we're going to have to do. Go to the post office and have it all weighed or what? Don't know what I'll have to do if I want to send anything. I've got some stamps in my purse and they're saying they're going to be worthless. Can't use them anymore. I mean, certain things still have to be posted, don't they? Everything's going up. The gas, the electric, the food's gone up. Postage going up. Everything goes up except wages and money. That never goes up, does it? Some people are lucky enough to get wage rises, but not that many. Not that many. I know I keep saying Prince Charles, and then I have to stop myself and saying King Charles, yeah? How's my fire doing? It's still glowing and my fan's still going round, so everything must be fine. Well, I'm hungry. I wasn't hungry at tea time. I cooked some chicken and I just eat a little bit of it. I was supposed to be making chicken stew, but that'll be tomorrow. I'm funny that way. If anybody puts something in front of me, I'll eat it, but when I have to go and cook it, I go off the idea. Yeah, I'm determined not to eat ready meals or not to, have things delivered. I thought, no, don't be lazy. Oh, it's great, Chris. It's lovely. No doggies barking, walking from room to room without tripping over a dog. It's great. I think I'm a hermit. when I win the lottery. I'll get a place of my own when I win the lottery. Ha ha! Man, when I win the lottery, I'll be live chatting to you from a cruise liner somewhere in the sun. Oh, my friend came in, yeah. She looked at the shed and went, oh my God, you've got more wool in there than the wool shop in Cleveland has. And then, of course, they totally depressed me by saying, well, if you were to die tomorrow, you know very well that your son would just give everything away. So you might as well sell all your groceries off at rock bottom prices and get rid of it all. And I'm like, oh, cheers, thank you. I know I'm 77 this month, but I wasn't kind of planning on dying just yet. Unless I have another COVID jab. That is why I finished up opening the Etsy shop again, despite the absolute high commission they're going to charge me. I've got a wool will. It's in my will that my wool goes to Sue in Scotland. She's got to come down with a furniture removal van and take everything back with her. It is actually written in my will because my son will just dump everything in the tip. It won't even get to the charity shop. Well, my will actually is out of date because my will leaves my other house to him. So I think I should update it, don't you? Because I actually leave outside Crescent House to him, but I don't want it anymore. That's a little bit awkward, really, isn't it? Hi, Sean. The jury's out on that one, Trev. I've used some Aran on it, and some Aran works, but some Aran's too thick and fluffy. And I've used some double knits on it, and they're too weedy. You know, I think the ad is meant for American yarn. I think they made it for, you know, like the Red Heart and stuff like that. You're distracted and frustrated, Mick. Oh dear. Is it family again? Family driving you nutty again. Hi everyone, Sean. How are you feeling, Sean, after your consultation? Was it what you expected, or was it worse? You can buy some American yarn here. Just trying to think who has it. Don't worry, Wool Warehouse. They still have some Karen and some Red Heart, I think, but it's quite expensive. But all the ones who churn out Hats White sausages are all in the States. And there's not many people over here that are actually using them. Oh, thank you, Patricia. I should be like Tracy from Crochet Rocks. She's going, please press the subscribe button. Please press the little bell, the notification bell. Then if you're lucky, you might get notification when I'm on. I don't get notifications of anybody. I have to go look for them. I used to love it when YouTube used to send me emails saying who'd put a new video up. It's great, but they stopped doing it ages ago. Well, at least you know what it is now, Sean. I know it's not brilliant news and you'd rather it not be that way. But at least you know what it is now. And so you can, like you say, come to terms with it and know how to plan your future. Yeah. So not knowing. I've not heard of Lou Pardini. Anybody heard of Lou Pardini? Am I the only one? I'm so out of touch with music. I've never been the same since I stopped Top of the Pops, you know. Now I'm showing my age. Oh, I've heard of Chicago, yeah. Heard of them. I'm not that far out of touch. Yeah, I know. It's you know, I think building things up in your mind, not knowing what things are, is 10 times worse. You've gone into the yard for some more bangs and whistles. Oh, you should hear it out here, Trev. It's murder. I'm glad the doggies are not here. I was never a fan of Amy Winehouse. Yeah, I need a pop. Can I have a pill for the muscle spasms? My neck's giving me grief today. I hate the feeling of taking pills and being drugged up. But there are some times when you think, I just got to do it. Oh, you know me and music, Rick, you know. I'm way behind the times. I'm old, don't forget. I'm not young like you are. I don't hear the modern music. Oh, Alexa's getting on my nerves. I said, Alexa, play some ABBA. And it went, if you want to join this doody, whatever it is, you need to pay so much of whatever. Otherwise, we are playing you songs from ABBA or similar. So they then paid me 5 tracks that weren't even ABBA or similar. I thought, oh, forget this for a tale. So in other words, when you ask Alexa to pay ABBA, it doesn't anymore now. They want you to pay so much a month. I thought, nah. I'd rather buy a CD and play it when I want. Not paying so much a month For the odd occasions, I actually ask Alexa to play me some music. I only usually ask them to play me music when I'm getting ready after I've had a shower and I'm in my bedroom. You're lucky if it played ABBA. Mine just tells me I've got to pay so much to play ABBA. It was going to play me ABBA or similar. And it then played me a song by Olivia Newton-John, which I don't think she's similar to ABBA. I'm not paying for it. I don't use it. You know, if I used it. I mean, my daughter-in-law, she puts the radio on through Alexa. And she uses it to time her dinners and stuff like that. I never use ours. Well, it's part of theirs, isn't it? I never use it. Is my fire still going? Oh, yeah, it's roaring away there. Need to clean the fire, actually. It's full of ash. It needs a good sweep. Maybe tomorrow I'll do it. I'm a very great procrastinator. Everything's going to be done tomorrow. I'll have to sort out that conservatory before they come back, otherwise I will be in bother. Well, they won't say anything. They'll just give me the look. My daughter-in-law will say, would you like Ian to take everything back to the shed for you? In other words, shift it out the conservatory. Never mind. Never mind. So what's everybody doing? Right, just all watching me do my grocery. There's a couple of videos of people that I watch, and it just said crochet along with me, and they just sat there crocheting. No, not saying anything. And I'm like, is that the latest thing? Shall I just sit there for half an hour and crochet? Dishes, coffee. Oh, you can come and do my dishes if you want. You're knitting a hat. Yeah, I need to knit myself a hat. I don't need a hat, but I got some gorgeous purple. I think it's like merino, super chunky, given to me as a Secret Santa gift last year. And I never made it up into a hat. And we're talking about doing the Secret Santa again this year, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Hi, Juanita. I don't know what I'm going to do, make, buy, whatever. It's awkward when you don't know who you're making or buying anything for. I'd rather do the Secret Santa where you draw a name out of a hat and you know exactly who you're sort of buying stuff for. And then you've got some idea what to buy them, haven't you? Because you know their taste a bit more. I always used to dread getting one of the fellas at work. I mean, what do you buy men besides aftershave? And you don't know what the tastes are, do you? So we're doing a Secret Santa at Knit Club, so I have no idea. No idea what I'm going to do or buy or what I'm going to, whatever. And I still didn't get to the dentist. My tooth's still waggling about. Every time I eat anything, it's like ding, ding, ding. It's hanging on with the thread. This pink's going on forever. Pink's going on forever. Do you know, no matter how many times I show how you fold this to make it into a jacket, Miguel never gets the hang of it. I don't understand it. He never gets the hang. Actually, that doesn't look right either. That's right. That's it. Yeah, I need to answer his comments as well on that horrible rosy wrap. If I knew his address, I'd send it to him. So he's so in love with the thing. I'd even spend the postage just to send it. Because I thought I'd thrown it away, actually. There's not a cat in hell's chance of me ever putting that on my head again. So everybody can have hysterics. No, thank you. I shall give it away as a free gift. The crap. If you buy something from me, you get a free gift, this rosy wrap, whether you want it or you don't. Hey. I watch a lady called Alternative Aging, and she ties headscarf around her head, ties them like that, and big knot thing. She looks fantastic. I tried it. I looked absolutely a nutcase. I think you've either got to have the right clothing for it or the right face for it or whatever, and I don't seem to have either. There is no way I would go out in public wearing that. Unless I wanted to be the object of ridicule. Susie, yeah, she's great, isn't she? I sent one of her videos to my friend and she said, "Oh, she's very annoying, isn't she?" And I thought, no, she's not very annoying. I would love her lifestyle. Thank you very much. I'd love to be given all this free stuff for facials and makeup and everything that she does. Oh, I was so jealous when she got sent all that stuff from Iris Apfel. Oh, that pond looks mucky, doesn't it? Oh, you want to put a filter on that pond, don't you? Well, our little dog Rosie's the double of her little dog. They could be twins. Well, apart from, he's old and she's only a puppy. When she got that Iris Apfel stuff from H&M, I was like, oh my goodness me. That stuff was so expensive. And she's like, but I don't think I'm going to wear this. And I'm like, if I was slimmer, give it me, give it me. She probably sells it on the quiet, doesn't she? Takes it to one of those shops, where they do second-hand clothes and stuff. How long is my live stream? Well, it's as long until I fall asleep. It's usually till about midnight in the UK. Oh, bye, Diana. The only thing I don't like about Susie is those jogger pants she wears. I really don't think they look nice or they suit her. When she goes there, Lucy, somebody, joggers, and she wears them all the time, and I think they look awful. But that's just me. Gosh, this pink's going on forever. It's going to be all under the arm. Lucy Dodge. Is that who it is? I don't think they're nice. They don't flatter her, do they? They look a bit baggy on her, don't they? Hi, Lydia. Lucy Dodwell, that's the one. I don't think they're nice. I wouldn't wear them, even if I got them given me. Well, I might wear them, but I wouldn't wear them out. Yeah. But I love her lifestyle. She goes down to Brighton and she goes in all the second-hand shops. And then she goes to all those concerts, doesn't she? You know, I'm like, oh, why can't I have her lifestyle? But then I'm not famous, am I? I don't get things sent to me for free. I wonder why. I wonder why. I don't have the sort of, what do you call it, that she does, the followers and the, you know, never mind. Eh? Yeah, I mean, she even gets her facials done, doesn't she? And she goes to these spa places and, oh, what does it take to be a YouTube icon? I don't know, because I'll never be one. Oh, I wiggled my tooth with my tongue and it hurt. Oh, yes, she's very able-bodied, isn't she? She does a yoga, jumps up and down on a trampoline. Hey. Oh my God, this new scooter, it's not very comfy. And I'm paying £40 a month more for it than I was the other one. And you think, have I made a mistake? But I'll probably be glad of it when the weather changes and it's horrible. But at the moment, I'm not. Yeah, I got recognised once in a wool shop, and once I got recognised at Woolfest. Somebody came up to me at Woolfest many years ago and said, "Oh, you're a Gypsy Crochet, aren't you?" So twice I've got recognised. It's not exactly the pinnacle of success, is it? Never mind. I don't put the dedication into my YouTube channel like I should do, but no, it's not removable, Lydia. That's the trouble. My friend asked me that. She said, "Can you not take it off?" And I went, "No. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't so tall. It's like the Pope mobile. So tall." I'll see how I go with it. I can always break my contract. I didn't think it was going to be that tall. I really didn't think that's what it was going to look like. No, it's a rental, but I've got a 3-year contract on it, Chris. I can break my contract on it, but it cost me £50 to break my contract, but it might be worth it if I don't like it. I'll keep it over the winter, then I might get shut of it over the summer. If I win the lottery, I'll buy my own. If I win the lottery, I won't need one because I'll be on my cruise around the world, won't I? I used to do that when I couldn't fall asleep, decide what I would do if I won the lottery, what I would spend my money on. And then after about half an hour of plotting what you were going to do with all the money, you get totally disillusioned and fall asleep anyway. Because you're never winning. You're never going to win it. It's like the old joke, isn't it, where you pray to God and say, "Please let me win the lottery." And God answers and says, "Well, work with me, please buy a ticket." Yeah. Yeah. It's not as comfy as my other one. It's not as sprung. You buy everyone a house. I wouldn't buy everyone. No, wouldn't have that much money. We don't win that much money over here in the UK. Maybe my nieces, yeah, and my immediate family, but apart from that, I would be spending it. I'd be like that woman who won the pool. Spend, spend, spend. What she called Vivian, somebody or other. She finished up bankrupt, didn't she? Because she spent it all. You could buy a parking spot. Oh, we don't have that problem here. Don't have that problem here. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do. I'll never win it, so it's not going to be an imminent thing. Oh, in London, who has a car? You wouldn't bother, would you, with all the, what do you call it, those restrictions that every time you cross a border in London, they charge you so much, don't they? What's it called, that zone thing they have in London? If you accidentally drive into a zone, I think my niece did once. And of course, because she hadn't got a permit or something, she got this bill thing comes through the post that she accidentally crossed in over some zone. Congestion charge, that's it, yeah. I mean, she was a stranger in London. She didn't know she'd driven over into an area. She doesn't live in London. She didn't have one of these passes or whatever you have to pay. Oh, they tried to do it in Manchester, but Manchester booted it out. They wouldn't have it. They say it's all to do with clean air, but it's not. It's just a ruse to get more money into it. Ideally, they want people to not take their cars into London. Ideally, they want people to, use public transport. But public transport is a lot easier in London than it is in any other country, any other town. I mean, Manchester's not too bad for its charge. It's public transport, but when it gets to sort of midnight, everything shuts. There's no trams, there's no anything, there's no buses. So, you'd be limited to like going home at 11 o'clock at night or something. You've got the clean air charge, eh? Well, no, the mayor of Manchester wouldn't have it, yeah. But I mean, you can't stop traffic. I mean, things got to get delivered, haven't they? The worst polluters are like the big vans and the delivery vans and everything are the worst polluters. And yet, if you start charging them, then of course everything that gets delivered goes up. Because your food gets delivered in big wagons, doesn't it? It has to go into the town centre. Yeah, I mean everything that flies past churns out a load of gunk, doesn't it? Even the buses that they want us to use. I mean, what worries me is like a lot of the electric cars and things like that. I can't hear them coming. I can't hear them. It's like when I'm on I've had to buy a rear view mirror for my scooter because I cannot see when the bikes come flying up behind me. Yeah, in London it's to stop the cars, isn't it? But everybody else, it's allegedly a clean air charge. It all boils down to the same thing. Oh, I thought the bangers had stopped, but they'd started again. I'm glad the dogs are not here. It's been ridiculous. It's quieting down a bit. I'd like to know where these lunatics, if it's supposed to be a deprived area, where do they get the money for the blinking fireworks from? So expensive, aren't they, these days? The dogs are on holiday. They've all gone away. I don't know where they've gone. They've gone to Scotland somewhere. They're touring Scotland. Camper van dogs and all. Tom Olomeo. Well, hello there. Hi there. Oh gosh, I forgot your name. I was going to remember it because you told me it, and I've forgotten it. Oh dear, I'm terrible. Sorry about that. I know you told me, but I forgot already. Gloria, that's it. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, all the people who are saying, you shouldn't go on this, you shouldn't go on that. They're not the ones who can just about barely afford to go abroad once a year if they're lucky for 2 weeks on a plane. Yet they're the ones who are jetting everywhere, aren't they? Going to conferences twice a week and stuff. Happy Guy Fawkes Night. Are you joking, Patricia? I wish they'd do that here, Sharon. I really do. No, around here they chuck bangers and fireworks everywhere. Fireworks I don't mind if they're quiet and they're pretty and they're lovely and they light up the sky. But no, we don't get those round here. We get the boom, bang, boom. The louder the better. Every year they're louder, aren't they? Do they have a competition? The firework people. Let's make the bangers louder and louder each year so that more people will buy them louder. I like pretty ones. What happened to the pretty ones? The little sparklers and the pretty little fireworks. I like those. But I don't like bangers. I've got chocolate orange buttons. Oh, thank you. Well, I've got a nice necklace. I got it off eBay, of course. Where else? I won another bunch of necklaces for 99p plus postage. But then I get a message saying, I've had a domestic emergency. I'm giving you your money back. I thought, yeah, more likely I didn't pay enough. You want chocolate? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, in this day and age, why do they have to physically attend? Such a good excuse, isn't it? How much it costs for the hotels and that. And inevitably, it's you and I, Joe Bloggins, that pays for all these things. Every time somebody goes to a conference or something and it's a hotel bill and everything like that, and no doubt it's food and it's drink and it's whatever. Inevitably, we're the ones who are paying. Because it'll all be on expenses, won't it? So little old poor old Joe Bloggins is here. We're all paying for it. Oh God, yeah. Harry and Meghan. Yeah, they should practice what they preach and take a blooming bus or something. Private jet. They're all as bad, all these celebrities, whoever they are. You don't see singers and so-called celebrities, they have to go everywhere by private jet. They can't reach mix with the oi polloi like the rest of us and sit alone. Oh dear, oh shame. Why are you saying? I mean, these so-called celebrities, where would they be without us? We're the ones who put these celebrities where they are. We pay to watch their movies, we pay to listen to them sing, we buy their CDs and their records. But for all us, they wouldn't be where they are. And yet they all got to do private jets, haven't they? Because they don't want to mix with the rest of us. You hear about fans, don't you, standing at the stage door of places, and these so-called stars just waltz past them, won't even speak to them, won't say hello to them and that. And I'm thinking, yeah, you need them on the way up, don't you? But where they going to be when you're on the way down? When your CDs are a flop and nobody pays to see you anymore, where are you going to be then? Remove your fans then. Oh, I had to buy heated mittens. Did you see the picture? They look like boxing gloves because my fingers were so cold today I couldn't feel them. I've got rhinos in the end of my fingers, and they were just dead, completely white, completely dead. I couldn't warm them up. I know the feeling. Yeah, you have to put them in the microwave and warm them up. And even then, I couldn't feel them. My thumb didn't come back to life, even with my heated mittens on. They're fine at the moment now, because I've been waving them about and using them. The thumb end there is dead, completely dead, that thumb end. What worries me is when I watch people like Kayla Lama Mama. She's got rhinos and she's lost nearly all of her fingers now. I mean, how the heck she's going to crochet, I do not know. Because on one hand, she's only got a thumb. Yeah, Mama Llama, Kayla, she's lost all her fingers, hasn't she, near enough? She's only got two thumbs and two fingers left. Scary, isn't it? Yeah, I wouldn't miss a chirpy. She's very chirpy. And she's insisting she's going to start crocheting again. I don't know how. Because on her right hand, she's only got a thumb. Oh, I wouldn't miss a chirpy. That's for sure. But it worries me because that my thumb there and that finger, they really go dead on me. And I'm like, oh no, 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 no. Please come back to life. I used to have, when I had the wool shop, I had a young lady there. And she'd had the tips of about three or four of her fingers, because of rhinos. You're all right, Rick. We know you're busy. Gloria mine keeps freezing. Yeah, well, it must be awful to get gangrene. Well, try and calm down and listen to your music, Rick. Put your headphones on. Don't go driving. That's an order. Don't go tearing up and down the highway at 1,000,000 miles an hour. We don't want to read about you. Or somebody telling me that they've read about you in the paper. You smack yourself around a telephone pole or something. Behave. My tender state, I've gone through a lot of stuff in my life, believe me. And nothing is worth it. Nothing's worth that much. There's a lot on here who've been through similar shit than me. Sorry for swearing. But life goes on. It does. No matter what you might think today, life goes on. And you look back and you think, why was I so bothered? Well, at the time, it's like the end of the world. I look back and think, why was I so bothered about that? Yeah, at the time, it was really... I've been stupid a lot of times in my life. Put up with a load of CRAP from other people, which I should never have put up with. But you live and learn. Different person now. Won't put up with it now. I'd tell her exactly where they got off. But I'd probably be very polite about it, because I'm that kind of a person. But I would leave them in absolutely no doubt how I felt. Whereas in the past, I used to shut up and say nothing and seethe inside and make myself ill because I wouldn't speak up and say. But now I would just, wade in, fear not the consequences. Whereas I used to be terrified. Terrified of speaking up, terrified of saying something. Maybe if you go out and come back in again, sometimes it's your connection. I don't know whether anybody else is having sound issues. I really don't know. Nobody said anything, but sometimes if you go out and come back in again, then it resolves itself. You keep having to cut off and rejoin. I think it's something to do with it. I don't know. Mine keeps freezing, that's all I know. I keep looking at myself pulling awful faces, going, gurning. I'm thinking, oh my God, frozen again. I don't know who we're with. To be honest with you, Ian deals with all that sort of thing. I just contribute. I contribute to all the bills. But I don't know exactly who we're with or what we're with or anything because it all gets done under the family, yeah. You've pill popped, have you, right? I know there's something going on tonight, Munchkin. It's not doing it. It's not behaving itself at this end either. I'll just put it down to whatever it happens to be. It's nice and warm in here. But it'll be cold in my bedroom now because I've turned the heating on. Oh, we can't have it all, can we? Oh, God, I'm a triptylenia. That knocks me out, that. Yeah, it's definitely Gremlins. It's the Bonfire Gremlins. It's the Guy Fawkes Gremlins tonight. Yeah, I take amitriptyline sometimes, but it polaxes me. I'll be talking gobbledygook or going to sleep by now. It does work, though. It does get, muscle relaxant. It's great. The only thing I cannot take is tramadol. Cannot take tramadol. I get nightmares with that. Things creeping up the wall. I spoke to somebody else about it, and he said he had a dragon sitting on his bed when he took tramadol. And the dragon was controlling everything that he could do. And he was having long conversations with this dragon that nobody else could see. So he decided that he wouldn't take tramadol anymore. Mine was spiders. I had spiders up and down the wall when I took tramadol. And I don't like spiders. There were big, ugly spiders crawling up and down my wall that nobody else could see, of course. Only me. You talk to your mum at Valium. I've not taken gabapentin, so I don't know what that does to me. But I know I can't take tramadol. I'm all right on morphine. Doesn't do anything at all for the pain, but it sends me a little bit loopy. Oh, I can get 25% off Domino's if I order through Just Eat. How nice. Oh, I was having long conversations with me. Yeah, I had night terrors with the tramadol. That's what I mean. I had spiders up and down the wall on tramadol. Yeah. No, I had morphine and morphine patches. Didn't do anything at all. Didn't even take away the pain. I'd make a very poor drug addict, wouldn't I? I can't take morphine. At the moment, I'm trying not to take anything, but my neck is murdering me. I know it sounds daft saying you've got a headache in your neck, but I've had a headache at the back of my neck and up the back for over a week now, and it is driving me crackers. I just feel like if somebody, like if I went to the osteopath and he cracked my neck out, I think it's my neck that's, I've got spondylitis in the back of my neck, so I think everything shunts down. And every now and again I need it cracking out. And then it's all right for a few months. And then it starts again like it's pressing down, pressing down. My spine does shunt in the daytime because I put a dress on in the morning and it's fine. And then at night time, I'm walking on the bottom of it. So I must shrink during the day. Because it's not too long when I first put it on in the morning. But by night time, I'm walking on the end of it. I put this one on today and I'm walking on the end of it. It's about that much too long. I thought, I don't remember it being too long when I wore it last time. I'm shrinking. Going downhill. I'll be 4'2" in a bit instead of 5 foot. I used to be 5'4". I'm about 5'2" now. If it carries on like this, I'll be 4'2". Even my trouser legs are too long, and they never were. My daughter-in-law said, "You're walking on the back of your trousers." And I'm like, I know you go shorter. You go shorter when you get older. And your feet get wider. Hi, Melly. My friend keeps telling me I should take fish oil tablets. I keep forgetting. So that my memory would improve. I think I'm a bit past fish oil. Your ears get longer. Oh, blimey, do they? Got that to look forward to as well, have I know my belly gets bigger because it's... I can't get rid of that. I used to take size 3 shoes. I take 5s now. So my feet have got 2 sizes bigger over the years. Because people used to say, "You've got small feet. You look as though you're going to fall over at any moment." Because I used to wear very high heels. When you wear very high heels and you only take a 3, there's not much ground to tread on, yeah. That's probably why I've got a bad back. I remember an old dear saying to me when I was about 17, "You'll rue wearing all those big high heels when you get older because it'll do something to your back." And I'm like, nah, they'll do rubbish. Vitamin D. Is that what you're supposed to get from sunshine? Vitamin D. I know. I said to Kelly that's what she was short of because, of course, you know Kelly. She's covered up head to foot. There's only her face that shows. And I used to say to her, "I bet you're vitamin D short." But apparently, I'm supposed to take fish oil to help with my memory, and I don't take it. That's probably why I forget. But that could be old age. It's not Alzheimer's. I passed my test. Yes, they put me on statins. I don't want to be on statins, but they told me I need to take them. Why, I do not know. I know some people refuse to take statins, don't they? Because they leave you at risk of something else. Oh, I'm still on the pink, or the lilac-y pink. Still got a while to go before I change colour. I hate taking any pills. I keep saying, "Do I need all these? Do I need these?" I take simvastatin, is it? Yeah, it's a hexagon. I'm just decided to do a hexagon jacket for myself while I was, because I've got no cardigans. But I'm fed up of doing shawls. And this is like a cake, that goes from one colour to another. And I thought, oh, make a hexagon jacket. I've only got, I think I've only got one. I've made quite a lot of hexagon jackets, but I tend to, yeah, you and me both, Shah. At least it's not as bad since I don't have stairs to climb and things like that. It's not as bad. I used to make bargains when I lived at the other place. You know, when I used to get up and my back was chronic with absolute chronic pain. And I used to say, please just let me have one day. One day when I don't have the pain. Please let me have one day. And at least here I'm not, I don't know whether it's because I don't climb stairs anymore or I don't have to do all the housework and stuff anymore, that I don't get those absolutely chronic pain days anymore. Well, very rare I do. But I used to get them all the time when I lived on my own. You know, days where you bang your head against a wall to give yourself something else to think about. I used to do that, bang, 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 with my head on the wall. And if anybody saw me, they'd say, what are you doing? And I said, to give myself a headache. Why? Because it takes the pain away from my back when I'm thinking about a headache. I mean, hoovering, I cannot hoover. It really, really hurts my back. Right, bye, Patricia. Small things hurt my back, like carrying laundry out to the back garden to put it on the rotary dryer. That and pegging on the rotary dryer. I don't know why, but it hurts my back something awful. I have to keep stopping every garment to pin one out and sit down. Pin one out, sit down. I just can't do it. Something about the angle, it must be. It's like when I lived at home, I couldn't clean inside the shower or I couldn't clean inside the bath. An iron, oh, could never iron. I used to try ironing sitting down and that used to still hurt me back. But my back doesn't hurt half as much since I lived here, thank goodness. Now it's my head. My head is killing me. I wish I'd get past the pink, or the lilac-y pink. Getting a bit bored with the pink now. I've got quite a way. It'll be another few more rows before I get rid of the pink and get on to the next colour. Oh, yeah, washing dishes. Yeah, I know. That is really difficult on the back, yeah. Washing dishes. You can't wash dishes with a straight back, can you? Because you can't see what you're doing. I've tried. They gave me a perching stool to do my dishes with, but because the sink, I couldn't get close enough to the sink, I had to sit sideways because you can't get your knees underneath anything. You know, you need your sink not to have a cupboard underneath it, yeah. Yeah, I had a medical chair, tall chair, like a perching chair I had in the kitchen for when I was cooking. But you can't, you have to sit sideways, which really hurt me back to cook. Because I didn't have a kitchen table, you know, so I could put my knees underneath like. So it wasn't a whole lot of good. Arian's got it now. He uses it as his barbecuing chair. It's in the garden now. He perches on it when he's barbecuing. I've got a chair though in the shower because I can't stand up. If I shut my eyes, I go backwards and fall and bang my head. Yeah, you've got to sit like that, haven't you, diagonally to. The things we have to do. Still, at least I'm not in a wheelchair. Touch wood. Sorry, Chris. I'm not in a wheelchair. So I can walk about the house. What's tickled me is that when, after their family had gone, when they go out and they leave the dogs with me, they put a baby gate across the bottom of the stairs so that the dogs can't go up. And I went out and I thought, they put the baby gate up. Yeah, I've got a support frame for the loo as well, yeah. And a shower chair, yeah. I have to sit down with my shower because the minute I close my eyes, I fall over backwards. I've got issues with my balance, yeah. I took them in one at once, actually, Lydia. They weren't as heavy as they looked. It still was a lot of lifting and I still hurt me back, but hey ho. I can't do it in the shed. There's not enough room. And I needed to do like an inventory, if you know what I mean, and log all what I've got and put things on. I've put a load of things on Etsy again. So that's what I needed to do. But there's an awful lot of stuff that I've made, since I've moved here that are not photographed. So I don't know how I'm going to do that because I no longer have Paris anymore. She was my go-to mannequin that made everything look great. Fortunately, I've still got some of her photographs because I really miss my Paris. But, she was just like a 6 foot. Oh, thank you, Lydia. Paris was something 6 foot I couldn't bring with me, yeah. You're doing an Outlander show or a Twisted 8 wrap? I might be doing another another eBay clear out of some of the wool. Need to be more ruthless and decide what I will never use, yeah. It all got sold at less than what I paid for it, but at least it was money and it was out of the shed. So I need to be more ruthless and say, right, do you really? It's like when they say, you need to pick it up in your hand and decide, are you going to wear it? Will you really like it? The only trouble is when I pick up my wool, I think, I really like that. I really like that. I never pick up my wool and think, I don't like that anymore. Like you do with clothing, yeah. I don't feel the same way about my wool. I pick it up and think, yeah, I quite like this. I still like this. And, I wouldn't be able to buy it again, would I? Especially if it's eyeshadow. Wouldn't be able to buy it again, would I? And certainly not at that price. So I'm very bad at trying to part with anything. I part with clothes a lot easier because a lot of my clothes are actually too big for me now. Ha, bragging again. And I do need to get rid of them. I do. I love all my yarn. That's a problem. I can't look at it and think I don't like you anymore. When I last parted with it, I was loath to part with it. It really broke my heart to part with some of it. I'm like, but like, how many things can I make for myself? And it's got to the stage where I'm stopping making things to sell because they're not selling. So, I'm just fooling myself. Oh, I'm definitely a yarnaholic. I still look at yarn and think, oh, isn't that pretty? I watched Crochet Rocks today, and she bought some new wool from James C. Brett. It's called Shh. Would you believe? Shh. And the colours are just gorgeous. Yeah. I love Unforgettable, especially in the dragonfly colour. I've still got a bit of it left. Of course, I don't like partying with any of my ice yarn. It's like partying with my brother, you know, or my sister, partying with the ice yarn. Did you see the yeah, isn't it nice? Yeah, Tracy's thinking of getting some to sell in her shop. Yeah. She got hers from Hobby Lobby. But she can actually it's almost 11, yeah, you're right. 22:51. It's almost 11. Oh, and I'm still on this lilac pink. I was not looking at it, Sian. I was being very good. I've got so many of these cake things to use up that I bought on eBay when I was making shawls, you know. Got so many of them. But the price was right. That's all I can say. The price was right at the time. Yeah, I saw your Sirdar stripes. Yeah, I never used that. I never actually ever knitted or crocheted with it. I tend not to buy Sirdar because it's quite pricey, isn't it, when you pay full price for it? Red Heart Super 7 Neon Stripes. I think I had some of that once, but I've used it. I haven't got it now, Nathan. I like the black lights in the Red Heart black lights. You might be able to get it on Wool Warehouse, that, but our charity shops never have any wool in them at all. They never did in Prestwich, and they don't round here. I think people get to them before I do. Hi, Tony. I ordered some wool off Black Sheep. But it never came. Anyway, they gave me my money back because they said they didn't have it. And it was lovely because it was in the sale as well. It was grey with a silver fleck in it. But I got a refund. Nobody else has it because it's discontinued. I think that's why Black Sheep were selling it off. But it never came, and I sent them a message. And they said they were having problems with staff, etc., and they would send it as soon as they could. And then the next day I get a refund, saying they didn't actually have any. I thought, well, if you'd have sent it me over a week ago when you were supposed to, you might have had it then. They'd obviously sold it in between. You would think in this day and age of like web pages and that, you know, if something was sold out, it wouldn't let you order it. You know, like it would automatically deduct from their stock, you know, if they didn't have it anymore. My Derrimores used to be the worst. Oh my goodness. Miguel, you're always under the weather, love. Nothing new there. One day you'll come on and say you're bouncing with health and you feel absolutely wonderful. I've got a headache and a neck so I'm not exactly bouncing myself. I haven't ordered from Purple Linda forever and a day. They're still there. Uh-huh. Well, have a nap then, Miguel. Have a nap. Is Purple Linda still going? I miss Lolly's little wool shack. The last time I ordered off Purple Linda, it took forever to arrive. Oh yeah, ours was last week, Gloria. We got an extra hour in bed last week. I've yet to go to Mrs. Whatever it's called, Emporium in Blackpool yet. Supposed to be a great place to visit. Mrs. Johnson's, that's it. Mrs. Johnson's Knitting Emporium. But it'd be an excursion to get there. It's not somewhere I can go to, easily. I don't go to Blackpool anyways. She wasn't too bad at first, that Purple Linda. I used to order a lot off her. She was never very speedy, I must admit, with her orders. She was never very speedy. I won't order online for any of the crochet magazines because they arrive late. They used to arrive late, and then half of the time the free things that were supposed to be with them never came. You were only getting the bare magazine. You weren't getting all the extra bits. So I won't order. If I want one now, I'll just order it one copy at a time. I don't like paying up front for things. Where you have to pay so much up front. Yeah, I must admit I've not ordered, well, as you know, I've not ordered anything hardly from anybody for a long, long time. I used to get me James C. Brett from Purple Linda. She had her marble trunky was cheaper than anywhere else. So I ordered piles of that from her. But I must admit, like, I've not ordered from her from anywhere. Purple Linda. She's an online shop, Nathan. I used to order loads off her, but and so did Sean. Sean was the glitter. What was it? That glitter wool stuff that you used to have, that eyelashy stuff. Sean was the queen of eyelash. Tinsel, that was it. Sean was the queen of tinsel. Oh, fireworks have started up again. The kiddies have gone to bed. The adult idiots are out now. Lots of people like it, Sean. You might sell it. I don't think I've got any left. I used to love the bags of mixed yarn from Ice. I used to do all those shawls and scarves with all different, a row of eyelash, a row of all sorts, all from Ice yarn. But obviously, I just can't do it anymore. It's not the postage is high. It's not that. It's the blooming VAT and the, what do you call it, import duty and stuff they stick on it now. Some of them are. They don't go crazy. They don't go crazy over. I think more in America they go mad, don't they? I mean, like we don't bother with Halloween so much. I can honestly say there's been no callers here at Halloween since we've been here. And when I was in Presswich, I had one caller in 52 years. I don't think they bother much with Halloween where I live. I used to like Lola's little wool shack for that. Oh, that's America, you see. They don't do it here. They don't go so crackers over it. You get one or two kids wandering around, and I don't bother with things like Black Friday. People buying stuff they don't want, just because it's allegedly cheaper. You're better off just saving your money. And I don't buy anything unless it's something I really want. Kemp's have gone downhill as well. They used to have fantastic bargains in their clearance. And you look on it now and it's about 5 pages long. It used to be about 25 pages of the clearance, yeah? No, I'm not buying anything. If I want something, I'll look around and get the best price I can. But, I mean, I need a new camera. Now the camera's getting, I mean, I've had it about 4 or 5 years now, so the one I used to make me videos on, not this one, but the one I used to make me videos on, it's a bit on the blink. But I'll wait and maybe I'll get one in the January sales or something when I finish with all the Christmas expense. I'm just hoping it lasts out as long. If it breaks down, it breaks down. I'll have to buy another one. B&M. I go in there, I get me coal from B&M. I get me wood chippings from B&M, but I don't get a lot else. They've got some Christmas things there, I suppose, but I tend to keep my Christmas things from year to year. I'm not one of these people who says, oh, I think we'll do pink Christmas trees this year or we'll do yellow Christmas trees this year. No. I mean, we did buy a load last year because I hadn't brought any Christmas trimmings with me. Oh, B&M does really rubbish yarn now. They don't have hardly any to choose from. I believe Poundland's a bit better, but I haven't been in there for a long time. The last time I went in B&M, it was all B&M, no, it's not groceries. No, they do have some groceries. It's mostly household stuff, you know, towels, bits, pieces, saucepans, stuff like that. It's not that cheap anymore. It used to be. It's like Poundland isn't that cheap anymore. Nothing, everything's more than £1 now. No, it's even like the Pound Bakery. Everything's £1.20 odd now, isn't it? Yeah, they used to do 3 for 2 at Poundland. They don't now, I believe. I haven't been in, but I believe they don't do the 3 for 2 anymore. I suppose they're feeling the crunch like everybody, aren't they? B&M and places like that, they're all right if you want some like cheap Christmassy ornaments and stuff like that. I go in there because I get, like I say, I get my coal from there, and my firelighters and stuff like that. Yeah, Poundland, everything's more than £1 now. Dollar Tree, I believe, is gone up, hasn't it? Yeah, I bought a lot when it was 3 for 2. They used to have a lot more. I mean, B&M's got no basic yarn. They just had some like bubbly blankety yarn when I went in, and some baby colours in random, but only about 2 colours. Yeah, the B&M here in Fleetwood is a bit rubbish, really. They don't have much to choose from at all here. I think they've only got 2 little tiny racks with wool in. I usually buy online anyway. I go to the market or do online. Or market's all right, but they only do basic colours. They don't do what I call any subtle colours. They do like red, white, blue, whatever. I haven't been in Aldi for a long time. See, I don't do the food shopping. So I rarely go into places like Aldi and that. I used to go in Aldi now and again when I lived in Prestwich, but I had to choose when I went because the aisles were very, very narrow. And, if I went in my scooter, people used to be tut-tutting because of, you know, I used to be in the way, basically. I think we'll all be going to the soup kitchen or the food. I'm not being tempted. So what's knitting? I'm not buying. I've got so much stuff in my shed. I'm not looking at any wool. I try not to even glance at anything. I get all the emails, from everywhere, but I just delete them. I don't even look at them anymore. Unless I'm looking for something specific, one certain colour for something or other. I don't bother looking anymore. Because I was going to make something for our Secret Santa, but I'm waiting to go on Wednesday. I didn't go last Wednesday because the weather was so dire. I mean, my friend Susan that came on here before said I should have messaged her and she would have given me a lift, but I didn't like it. It was like being cheeky, you know, and the weather was awful. It was appalling. And it was forecast 40-mile-an-hour gales, so there was no way I was going out in the Portmobile, you know. Could have blown over. So I'll go this Wednesday and find out what we're actually doing for the Secret Santa. You know, whether anything I make could be suitable or whether they want us to buy things, I don't know. I just wished I knew who I was actually going to be making things or buying things for. Then you've got a better idea, don't you? What their taste is, what they like, what they don't like, yeah. Oh, it's nice and warm in here anyway. And I'm still on the lilac-y pink. I still haven't changed colour yet. This is the underarm bit. You want cake? I don't eat much cake, although having said that, I did order some very expensive, very indulgent cupcakes from a shop to be delivered when my friends were coming. I mean, they were nice, but they were very, very... Oh, I'm not a pastel colour person, Chris, you know me. This will be under my arm, thank goodness. It's going to go darker as it comes out. I just can't do pastel colours. It's just not me. I have a pale pink sweater that when I wear it, everybody goes, oh, you look nice in that. And I feel insipid. Some people can wear pastels and some people can't. And I can't. I'll wear white. I'll wear cream. But other colours, no. They were wowed by them in a way, but they also thought I had far too many and that I shouldn't make anything else, you know, or I should try and get rid of them. But I'm not in the market for giving things away, sorry and all that, but I'm not. You know, much as I admire people who donate and give everything to charity, I'm just not in that kind of position. You know, they can just make things and give everything away. You wouldn't mind if you knew that when you gave things away, they were appreciated, but half the time you wonder what happens to them. You know, all these blankets you make for charity, and where do they finish up? In a charity shop? You know, every time I see somebody saying, oh, I bought this blanket for $2 or something at the charity shop, and you think, my God, some poor beggars spent hours and loads of money making that damn thing. And whoever's got it doesn't appreciate it, and they've chucked it in the charity shop or the Goodwill or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I know Karen only did for Woolly Hogs, didn't she? Yeah, I always doubt, like, where do things finish up if you give them to charity? You don't know where they finish up, do you? You know, you've got visions that somebody somewhere's making a bomb out of everything that's been donated, and that the people that it's intended for never see it. Yeah. I mean, something that people do for charity, you're looking at them thinking, well, I'm sorry, but I was on my B men's, I wouldn't want that. There's one lady who makes hats for charity, and honest to God, no self respecting homeless person ever seen dead in one. You know, a homeless person doesn't want a neon hat to stand out in a crowd, does he? He wants a black or a navy blue one so he can huddle in a doorway and not get noticed. He doesn't want a glow in the dark one with several colours or stripes. You know, I was always very sort of conscious of that when I was making hats for the homeless, making them, well, not dull and dirty colours, but you know what I mean? Dark. Yeah, when I did my last craft show, this woman come up from the RSPCA and said, oh, you could make blankets for the cats. And I'm like, yeah, right, okay. Oh, I donated bags and bags of clothes to a battered woman's shelter when I stopped working. You know, all the stuff I'd had for work, you know, the blouses and trouser suits, skirt suits, everything. I wouldn't know dark clothing that I had to wear for work that I knew I would never wear again. I gave bags of it to a battered woman's, well, homeless woman's shelter. But I knew where they were going because I knew the person who was like running it. So I knew that was going to a specific place. But it's same with the hats for the homeless. I know where they were going to. I knew the person who was, you know, doling them out kind of thing. I just don't like donating to anonymous charities where you don't know quite where it's going to. Yeah. No, I don't want to do baby. I did for the premature baby unit at Bolton, but I know. But when you've been in a bad relationship, I don't trust anybody anymore. I must confess, I don't trust any males anymore. When I came out of my marriage, I did have a lovely boyfriend who I really, really cared about very deeply. But then he did the dirty on me, just like my husband had done. And after that, I got a real toe rag, which I had to get rid of. So it just put me off, men. It just put me off. If I met a nice man now, I wouldn't be able to spot him because I'm so used to the other ones. Oh, thank you, Gloria. So it is hard once you've been in a relationship that's been bad. That's why I will never get married again. I would never trust anybody again. Never. I know it sounds awful. There's probably some very nice men out there somewhere, but I didn't. I just never met them. I met the others. So I'm quite happily to stay as I am. No expectations. If you have no expectations, you don't get disappointed, do you? When I was in my 50s, I used to have expectations that Mr. Wonderful would come along and he'd be absolutely marvellous and gorgeous and glorious. And of course, I got all the frogs. I didn't get the handsome princes. So after the one that I really, really wanted didn't want me, that was end of it. And I didn't trust anybody anymore. I never met any of them, Rick. Never met any. I met all the others. I mean, my husband put food on the table, yeah. He did all of that, but he was a serial Casanova. I couldn't deal with that. Oh, you're only young, Sean. I've got very disillusioned. Oh, my husband was a good provider, I'll give him that. We never went without anything. It's just he couldn't keep it in his trousers. And that's very demoralising as a woman to think that you're not good enough, that you don't have enough to keep a man at home, that he has to go and stray. So that's why I would never trust another man again. Hello there, Danielle. How are you? Say hello to Daniel. I'm not so bad. I've got a headache, but apart from that, I'm all right. Yeah, exactly. My husband should have never got married. I don't think he ever wanted to be quite honest. Daniel is asking how everybody is in the chat. I think most people are all right, Daniel, but I don't know. One never knows. He's just done a live video. I saw it come up, Daniel, but I was in here. So I couldn't join you because I was live in myself. Oh, dear. That's the only time I ever get notifications is when I'm on here doing a live video. I get notifications about other people's videos. When I'm sitting here minding my own business, nothing going on in my life, I don't get notifications that anybody's got a video. Yeah. You know, I don't know what I subscribe. I press the bell. I do all what you're supposed to do. And I don't get notifications. I get notifications after people are live. And kind of, there's nothing worse, is there, than watching a live when it's not live anymore, if you know what I mean. It's not the same, is it, when you such a body was live 2 hours ago, yeah? Oh, men change. Mine never wanted to get married, I swear he didn't. I think he only married me because of his son, yeah. In those days, if you were expecting, you had to get married, yeah. There was no two bones about it. The frog marched you down the aisle whether you wanted to or not. And I knew he had a lot of issues. I was already having doubts. But it was like, nope, you were a fallen woman. You will go down the aisle, yeah. I had doubts about mine, Sean. Tell you I did. I had very many doubts about mine. But he's still male, so maybe I didn't have doubts. I've changed colour at last. I was never happy looking back. I tried. I was like one of the Stopford wives, Stepford wives, whatever you call them. I tried so hard to be a happy little housewife and happy with what I'd got, happy with my kiddie, happy with my husband, and I never was really. It was all a lie. I just never admitted it to myself. Yeah, I glossed over the red flags. You don't want to believe them, do you? Yeah, that's the only thing that I've got. I've got my son, and I would have never had my son, but for my ex, would I? So, but I often wonder where life would have taken me. You do, don't you? You wonder what would have happened if I'd never got married. I mean, I may have got married at a later stage in my life, but I really wasn't. I was not ready at 22 to be married and be a mother. Was a heck? Oh, my back. I should have been living my life, going to university, doing all sorts of things. I was such a wimp when I was a kid, when I was younger. Such a wimp. You were a youngster when you got married. I suppose it works out for some people if you get the right one, but I just didn't get the right one, Daniel. I was a bad picker. I chose the wrong one. Of all the guys I went out with, I could have chosen. I chose the wrong one. But we live and learn, don't we? Hello, Ray. I've changed colour. I'm now on sort of like a pinky brown. You're still a youngster. My life has passed me by, Daniel. If you've got the right one, Daniel, good luck. You're fine. I just didn't pick the right one, that's all. If I'd have hung around a bit more, maybe I would have had a better choice. Or more mature, let's say. More mature choice, if that's the thing. Maybe I would have been about 25, I wouldn't have chosen him in the first place, yeah. I kind of went for his looks, which was a bit of a daft thing to do. He was good looking. Looking back on it, you think, it was never love, it must have been lust, you know. Oh, God, isn't he gorgeous, yeah. I should have hung around and picked one that was a bit more ugly. He might have stayed at home. No, Just Eat ad. Oh, God, mine keeps coming on. They keep offering me so many % off if I order. Oh, I always get the one for Tuesday. If you order on a Tuesday, you get a certain percentage off. But you don't always kind of want to eat on a Tuesday, do you? You tend to want to eat out at the weekend. What am I working on? I'm working on one of those, what do you call them? Campfire cardigan, that's what it's called, where you do 6 sides. Instead of a granny square, you do a granny 6, and then that's like under the armpit, if you know what I mean, and you come outwards with it. That's what I'm making. I had a few cakes of yarn. Oh, all in this colour. It started off as lilac-y pink in the middle, so I didn't want to make any more shawls. I decided after looking at their collection, Oh, look, I've frozen again. Oh, I wasn't interested in the more serious guys. I just went for this one that was finished to be the wrong one, but that's by the by. All the ones that were nice and steady and so-called like good boys, but I thought they were boring. I kind of went for more the bad boy, yeah. You kind of bored with shows, yeah. I'm not bored of making them. I'm just bored with having so many of them. I didn't realise I had so many made up already. When I got them out the shed, I was like, oh my God, how many shows have I made? So that's why I'm not making these cakes into shawls, because I've decided I've had enough. I'm making a hexagon jacket. At least I can keep it for myself, can't I? If nobody else wants it. Oh. My ex was very jealous of me. He thought that I was having affairs all over the place. In actual fact, it was him. I think it was just a smokescreen accusing me of having an affair when he was the one that was actually doing it. Yeah, I could do with a program, couldn't I, say, Jan Shows galore. If I knew how to edit videos, I could make, do twirls in every shawl I possessed, couldn't I? Do a TikTok or something like that. I can't do TikTok. I've told you before, I need what do you call him? Manager. A manager who does everything like that for you. Advertising manager, what did he call him? I can't do Instas. I'm useless, Ray. Pathetic I am when it comes to anything to do with. They never did it at school when I was at school. Kids today, I wouldn't know how to get on TikTok. I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know. I need a young person. Oh, mind blame me if it was bloody raining. Sorry for swearing. If he got up and it were raining, it were my fault. Yeah. I can't. I'm just scared to death of doing things like TikTok and that. I only want to do it to sell stuff to Char. I don't want to. I need an editor to do my videos. And I need a sales manager. That's what I need. Somebody who's good with all the techie stuff. As I said that before, I don't want to shop. I just want to sell what I've got and finish. End of story. I don't want an ongoing business to take orders and do stuff. I don't want that. I need a promoter. That's what I need. I need somebody young who's like that will come in and say, no, you do this, you do that, you do the other. But of course, everybody's too busy promoting themselves these days that they don't want to take on anybody else, do they? Or they want mega bucks to do it, yeah. People say, oh, you need a student. Where do you find one of them, You need a student who can do it all for you, and do it as part of their curriculum, and it'll go again, you can't find one of them. I tried years ago to get a fashion student to come, and I would have taught them how to do machine knitting. I would have taught them how to knit, how to crochet, how to do things. And in return, they would have shown me how to design more modern things that would appeal to the younger people. But could I get one? No. Other people could get students, but I couldn't. Ray, if you lived round the corner, dear, I should have you coming. I've been trying to get my friend's 11-year-old, but he has an Apple thing, but it's completely different to my system. So he doesn't know how he could do things and then give them back to me, if you know what I mean. because he's editing software and that's all to do with Apple. So you're either an Apple or you're not, yeah, yeah. You make it sound so easy, Ray. I'm one of these people who I need somebody sitting by my side showing me what to do. I can't. I've watched YouTubes and it's like watching it in Greek, you know. People say, oh, just read this or just read that. It tells you what to do. But I don't work that way. My brain's, yeah. I need somebody sitting on a chair next to me saying, this is what you push, this is what you do, this is where you go. Yeah. Yeah, somebody who's good with tech. Because at my age group, let's face it, tech didn't exist. You know, you went out and you sold yourself personally, kind of thing. You know, you literally went out with your suitcase of samples and knocked on people's doors in my generation. You were a representative and you went with the, you know, your new stuff and you showed shops, made an appointment, went to see shops. And, but it's all done on technology now and I'm the wrong age group. All right, Sean. Yeah, nice to see you on here, love. I hope your meds give you a good night's sleep. Yeah, my son has no patience whatsoever. He's going, of course you can do it. You're just being stupid. You're just saying you can't do it. You just because you don't want to. Blah, blah, blah. He's got absolutely no patience with me whatsoever. I don't think sons ever do with their parents, do they? You know, it's like me saying, oh, I'll teach you how to crochet. There's a chain. And you're going, hang on a minute. You know, I missed that bit. Can you start again? You know, older people like me, it takes a while for things to sink in, especially with me because I've got brain fade. But I'm very good when somebody shows me what to do and sits with me and everything. Um, I can learn it, yeah. Yeah. Oh, today's kids have no idea how to talk in person, have they? They really don't. They don't have any social skills whatsoever. You know, they don't know how to interact. They only know how to interact over a screen. You know, they must be very lonely because I mean, half the time they're in their bedrooms and they don't actually physically see anybody, do they? You know, they don't have that interaction that we used to have when we was young teenagers. You had to physically go out and meet a friend or meet a few friends, go to the cinema, go bowling, go whatever. You had to physically go and do it, whereas now they don't. They sit on their PCs, don't they, playing games with one another, you know, and they never actually socially integrate at all. You know, you worry about the next generation. Well, you've only got to look in the street. I mean, the number of times people have nearly walked into me on my scooter because they're too busy with their head down looking at the smartphones or whatever. And I have to blow my horn. I go, excuse me, you know, otherwise they walk straight into your scooter. And then they glare at you like it's your fault, you know. And I'm like, well, why aren't you looking where you're going? They're too busy looking down, doing the text messages and stuff like that. And it annoys me, like, you know, you go out for a meal, not with my family, they don't do it. But, you know, you go out for you see them, don't you? Families going out for a meal and they're all there. Nobody's talking to each other. They're all on the phones, you know. And I'm like, you've got people in front of you, talk to people. Yeah, they're still on the phone in a cafe, aren't they? Yeah. They're not talking to each other. Oh, they're going, have you seen this? Have you seen that? You see, oh. I dread to think what the next generation is going to be. You know, the babies of these teenagers now. What on earth is the next generation going to be like? I mean, they already park the kids in front of the telly, don't they? Instead of talking to them or doing something with them, they just stick them in front of the TV. They put Cartoon Network on, don't they? First thing in the morning. Bung the baby in front on a chair. Put Cartoon Network on and ignore them for the rest of the day. And they wonder why they don't talk, don't walk, don't do anything. Yeah, it breaks my heart to see 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds now with tablets playing games. And I'm like, they shouldn't be doing that. Not at that age group. It's all right for a distraction now and again. You know, say you have to go to hospital and you have to wait for ages, or you're on a long car journey, you're going somewhere. I can understand why you would give a child a tablet or whatever to occupy it, but not when they're at home and they should be playing out or playing or doing something. You know, they're not nannies, are they? They're not babysitters. They're there for a purpose, aren't they? You know, they have a purpose, they have a time. Oh, and I got my first mobile phone. I was in my 50s, and it was because I'd broken down and I was in the middle of no place, and it was quite late, well, early morning, and I didn't know what to do. I walked to the nearest phone box and it was vandalised. Yeah. So I walked back. Anyway, fortunately, a young man stopped and he helped me. It was a lead had come off something, the distributor. Because I wasn't in the AA, but if I'd have been in the AA, I would have still had to walk to a phone box that was vandalised. Yeah. And then my son got me a mobile phone and said, "We're not going through this again, Mother." He said, "You could have been mugged, you could have been anything happening to you," because I wasn't in a nice area. And I broke down, yeah. So that's how come I got my first mobile phone when I was in my 50s. I don't have a laptop. I've got a little tablet thing that I listen to, and I'm going to sleep at night. It's in the bedroom. It's just a little Amazon tablet thing. And in fact, it's very strange. My phone's not made any noises at me. I don't know whether it... the other day, luckily, I wasn't going anywhere. It didn't wake me up at all. And it turned out that it was on vibrate instead of being on. Oh, it's not told me any. Oh, yeah. It's not made sounds up. It's very rare. I've not had any doodly doop, because they usually do when I get on a. As soon as I get on here. Nope, nobody sent me any messages. That's strange. The minute I start to make a video, normally, it starts going diddly diddly doo diddly. It doesn't happen. And I can be here all day and nobody sends me a message. I don't even listen to music. I haven't even got them earbuddy things that people have. I wouldn't know where to start with them. And I don't play games. I play solitaire or gem drop. But it's on my big PC here. That's all I play. I don't have any. I don't have any other games. My son plays games on his computer, his phone. But my phone's just basic. It's not one of those all singing or dancing things, you know. It's just an ordinary Android or whatever. Nothing fancy. You know, I don't I don't use it to make videos except little teeny weeny ones. My back's hurting. Little teeny weeny ones. I don't think it makes a long video anyway. It'd probably run out of battery if I did. I'm just not technologically minded. I come from the time when I used to have a wool shop and anything I made, I used to put it in the shop window. And it used to sell. That's where my generation is. I just have a pay-as-you-go, Rory. I don't have anything fancy at all. I don't have a contract or anything. You know, where you pay whatever pounds a week to have a contract one. I don't have one. I just have a simple pay-as-you-go one. Put my money on each month, and then that lasts me. I very rarely run out of money on it because I very rarely use the darn thing. When I see them being advertised on the telly, oh, they're only £40 a month, and I'm like, what? £40 a month? What? I mean, I'm having to pay £40 extra for this scooter, so I'll be £40 a month down anyway. So I'll be £3 a week extra on my pension. Won't go far, will it? They don't put my mobility allowance up to take into consideration I'm having to pay more for my scooter. They don't do that. So I'm £40 a month down from now on, even though everything else is going up. Oh well. Yeah, it's £40 a month more than the one I had before, Nathan. It's how they make their money, isn't it? Oh, good. Well, I hope you enjoy yourself, Rick. Get out of the house. Do you good. Go out and have a good time. It's a different model. It probably would have gone up if I'd have had a... They price it each time you change your scooter by how much they have to pay for the scooter, I presume. So I'd had the other scooter 2.5 years, so I presume if I'd have got a new one of them, it would have gone up anyway. But maybe not £40. It's probably because it's a different model, more expensive because it's got the canopy on it. I'm not loving it at the moment. Yeah, my income doesn't go up much. Well, Rishi Sunak, on all this putting a cap on pensions, is it, and whatever you got. I think I got an extra £3 a week or something daft, which doesn't go anywhere, does it? And then I get a Christmas bonus of £10. Wow! I've been claiming my pension now since I was 60. So when I was 60, £10 Christmas bonus used to buy something. But £10 Christmas bonus now, 17 years later, doesn't buy anything. Oh, the infamous Pope mobile, yeah. Squeak mobile. Squeak, rattle and roll mobile. Whether I'll get used to it ever or whether I'll break the contract remains to be seen, Nathan. I got away with breaking the contract last time, not having to pay the 50 quid. But if I don't like this one... Oh, the new prime... Yeah, well, everybody's worth millions, aren't they, in the cabinet? Look how much money pension they get. They don't have to manage off a state pension, do they? Even Liz Truss, that was only in the job 5 minutes. She gets a massive pension just for being in the job 5 minutes. A squeaky Pope mobile. My friend wanted one till she came round the other day and she goes, oh my God, isn't it tall? I went, yep, you'd have to be 7 foot to ride in this. She goes, it's put me right off having one of these. I didn't think I was getting one like that. I thought I was getting one like the one I'd seen on the beach. Tell you, if I don't like this, I'm going to change it. The one I saw on the beach was sloping. It was more like a motorbike sidecar, you know, the shape of it. Whereas mine's like that. Ugh. This one was more like that. That's what I thought I was getting. This one was so tall it wouldn't fit in his van when he brought it. He had to bring it and put it together. I think that's why it squeaks so much. I don't think he put it together properly. Squeak, rattle, and roll. Except the front see-through. We have beach huts here as well, Chris. I don't know whether you've seen them or not. They're like little wooden sheds, and they paint them in pastel colours. And you rent them, and you go in there to get changed. I think they have cold water, hot water. They don't have a toilet or anything like that. You can't stay in them overnight or anything. I don't fancy the one that looks like a little car. I would feel very claustrophobic in that, Nathan, when they've got the proper sides in, you know, proper doors. I think I would feel too claustrophobic in that. I mean, at the moment, I've rolled both the sides up on this one. You know, even though it's like windier, it's I don't feel as shut in. Yeah, I've seen the ones that look like little cars, and I don't fancy one of them. I just don't. I just think I would like me hemmed in by the proper ones like that. At least with this one, I can roll the sides up. Oh, I don't want. What would I want? Bluetooth and stereo for? Oh God, you're going into the realms of the younger people now. Air conditioning, we don't need that around here, mate. It's called wind. It's something that you might like with your Bluetooth and your stereo and stuff. But the likes of me, you know, I'm quite happy with a basket on the front to put my shopping in. Your basket doesn't fit, I'm going to have to devise some way of doing it. The straps don't fit around the handlebars. I am sure I can adapt it though. I shall get my crocheting out, make some eye cords and get it tied on. I shall get it on the front somehow. This one, oh, it's one of my own. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4 rows plain trebles, and then I did 2 rows with holes in. If you know what I mean. You know me, when I'm crocheting for myself, I never use a pattern. I'll just set off and do something. Very annoying for people, I know. People are always saying, "What pattern are you wearing?" I'm like, I'll just do it. When I learned to crochet when I was 13, there were barely any garment patterns at all. Patterns for crocheting were always doilies, gloves for church, tablecloths, things like that. Garments, no. You might have got the odd baby cardigan in crocheting pattern, but no garments whatsoever. So when I learned to crochet, I used to put a sweater on the table that fitted me and crochet to it, crochet around. And that was how I learned to crochet. I was quite amazed, like when it got to the 70s and they started bringing out actual patterns. I was like, wow. That's why I have got so many patterns from that age, because I was so what's it with crochet patterns? I had to have every one of them because it was like a novelty. And there was no such thing as a crochet book or anything like that. You got a knitting book sometimes with a shawl in it that was crocheted. But you know, there were knitting books, yes, but there were never any crochet books. You know, I used to subscribe. In fact, one of my friends said, "Oh, why have you got all these old magazines in here for? Are you going to get rid of these?" And I went, "No, they were American magazines, McCall's Knitting Something magazines." And my mother went mad with me because she had to pay a fortune for them. I had to get them imported from America I think they were every 3 months or something like that. And they used to cost a fortune. But they were the only magazines ever that had knitting and crocheting in, or crocheting in. I used to think they were wonderful. I've still got every one of them. They've fallen to bits now. But I will not part with them at all. I think Listers were one of the first people who ever came out with crochet patterns. They were all these very, very open work, very, very sort of 60s, 70s. And then Twillies caught on. Twillies did all these crochet hot pants and mini skirts and everything. I've still got all of those patterns. So it was very much I learnt to crochet on my own, if you know what I mean. That was the way I did. I think the first crochet book I ever got was a book on crochet stitches. It was just about 200 different stitches in a book. And I used to look up and find a crochet stitch that I like and learn how to do it and then put it into a cardigan for myself or a sweater. That's why it amuses me sometimes when people say they can't do anything unless it's got a tutorial. And I'm like, well, you can't crochet then. And they go, what do you mean I can't crochet? I said, well, if you can't crochet without having to use a YouTube tutorial, then you can't crochet. You're just following somebody's. And then they go, oh, they only tell me so many rows and then I don't know what to do next. And I'm like, well, you should be following it with your eye. And they're like, what do you mean following it with your eye? Well, you should have memorised the way the pattern stitch goes by the time you get to where they stop telling you. And then you do it on your own after that. Oh, I can't do that. I just measure. When it gets big enough. It's usually when the sleeve's wide enough, I stop. And then I add extra on the fronts and the back or at the bottom. But once that gets wide enough, once that bit gets wide enough for my sleeve, that's when I will stop. And then I won't put any more on that edge or that edge. I will only put extra on this bit and the bottom bit then, to make it wider and longer. But you don't want your sleeve to go any wider, otherwise your sleeve's too wide. You have to stop when you get that, because you go around there afterwards and make the sleeve longer if you need it. Yeah, you with me on that? Well, they're the easiest thing in the world to make. You just have to carry on going. I did have pictures on here of one I did and sold, actually. Oh, that's me Raynaud's mitten that you have to heat in the microwave. It's like a boxing glove, isn't it? There's my massively tall scooter. That is so tall. Robbed a big bird. Big bird for what? Well, the mitten. Yeah, definitely rob Big Bird for that. Can you see that? You see the waves? That wasn't on a. That was quite a decent day, actually. By the sea today. Oh, the waves are coming in lovely. Waiting for another big one. Oh, here it comes. Luckily, it's not hitting me. Yeah, that's why. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here. I haven't done overlay mosaic. No, I haven't. Some things I've never bothered to try. I've done tapestry crochet. I'm just trying to find the jacket that I did. I love that shawl that my friend did. Isn't that gorgeous? And she goes, oh, it's quite easy. No, it's crocheted. It's all crocheted. No knitting involved. No, can't find it. Let's have a look at the gallery. Oh, might be in my gallery. Yeah, that's the one I finished and sold, if you can see it. I did it in white and I did it with a multicoloured yarn every other row. That's how I started it off, if that makes any sense to you. I did one row white and one row coloured. See if there's any more pictures of it. No, I don't have any more pictures of it. Yeah, that's quite normal when I'm going anywhere. That's what I have to deal with. That's why I wanted sides on my scooter. That's quite a normal high tide. People say, oh, you're so lucky to be by the sea. Oh, yeah, right. It's fantastic, yeah. I love being by the sea in the summer, but I don't look like being by the sea in the winter. I've lost our Poppy. I had a picture of Poppy by the sea, which it seems to be. My phone keeps deleting. When it gets so many photographs, it deletes them. So I've lost my photos of Poppy, which is very sad, because I don't think I have any physical photos of Poppy. Ah, well, never mind. You fold it like an upside down L. Yeah, you do. Yeah. You fold it together and then it goes like that. So, Yeah, what time is it? Oh, it's gone past midnight. I've been on 3 hours. It's time for me to go to bed, guys. Tomorrow I need to do another video, sort out some more of my crochet, put some more stuff on my Etsy shop. You started one a few months ago. Well, why hasn't it finished then, right? Why have you not finished it, Nathan? Should be done by now. A couple of weeks, should be done. Oh, I don't have works in progress. I don't do that. I've got one thing that I do till I finish it. Actually, I've got two because I started a green shawl and then I had to stop because I got no more green. Now I've got no UFOs. I've got no works in progress. I'm not one of those people who can deal with when they open bags and bags and bags and they show you like about 14 things they're working on. No, can't do that. I have to work on one thing and finish it, or two things maximum. I must admit I did more than one thing when I was doing all those squares for the throw because I got bored with doing all the squares. Well, hello, Jill. You're coming on just as I'm leaving. Oh dear, Jill, what you like? Odd or even numbers? What do you mean? I just do the rows until I have enough. I don't know whether they're odd or even. You had supper with company, lucky you. I've got nobody in the house but me. It's nice and quiet. I need to finish off tomorrow, though. I don't know when they're coming back, so I need to finish up doing another video and list some more stuff on Etsy. Yeah, that's me finished for the evening now. I started the other colour. That's the other colour. That's the next colour. It's sort of like a pinky brown colour. That's the next colour along. And then it goes to a bright pink, and then a sort of a maroon colour. That's what colour it goes to. Yeah, I'm finishing for the evening now. So I don't know whether you're going to do a live, Jill. I don't know whether you're going to take everybody over to your live stream. All the ones in America, follow Jill. Or whoever else has got a live at this moment in time. Did I finish my shower? I've had my shower. Yeah, I did my hair. Look, I went blonde again. Did my hair. Went blonde. Oh, you're not doing a live tonight? We can't follow Jill then. Oh, the shawl. Yeah, the shawl's finished. It wants blocking, but my daughter-in-law, she closed the... Where did Miguel go? Oh, he said he was tired or something. He never stays long. He said he wasn't well. I said, when are you ever not well? So I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to go to make myself a drink and go to bed. So bye, everybody. Thank you very much for coming. And even if you don't want to buy anything, please have a look at my Etsy shop, Urban Gypsy Crochet. There's links all over the place, but not under this video. Right, bye, everybody. I'll see you all next week. Bye now. Bye, Chris. I know you're there somewhere. Bye, Chris. Bye, everybody.